the Little Misters and the Little Misses. I haven't read any of these for a long time. So, Mr. Men and Little Miss, Secret Santa by Roger Hargreaves. Each Christmas, the Mr. Men and Little Miss give each other presents. Last year, to make things more fun, Little Miss Sunshine suggested a Secret Santa Christmas, where they would secretly give a gift to one of their friends. Everyone thought this was a terrific idea. Everyone except for Mr. Nosy. A normal Christmas was a very testing time for Mr. Nosy. All of those Christmas presents wrapped lying under the tree was a terrible temptation. Mr. Nosy's need to know was all-consuming. However, once the presents were open, and then he knew who they were all from, but with Secret Santa he would never know who his present was from. It was too many secrets for Mr. Nosy's liking. Little Miss Sunshine wrote each person's name on a piece of paper and put them into Mr. Lazy's hat so that they could each find out who they were going to be the Secret Santa for. Then they took it in turns to pick out a name. Little Miss Neat reached into the hat and pulled out a slice of pizza. "I wonder where that had got to," smiled Mr. Lazy. Once they'd all had a go, they carefully hid their name that they had picked out. After all, Secret Santa had to be kept a secret, which was particularly necessary with Mr. Nosy trying to peek over their shoulders to see who they had picked. Some people would put a lot of effort into their presents. Little Miss Inventor invented a pair of very clever extending stilts for Little Miss Tiny. This year she would be able to help decorate the tree. Mr. Silly knitted a woolly ladder for Mr. Small. Yeah, that's not going to be any use to anybody, is it? Not so useful for decorating the tree. Little Miss Helpful knitted Mr. Skinny a jumper. It will definitely keep him warm, because it's massive. Most people bought their presents from shops. Little Miss Late was very nearly too late, however, better late than never. And Mr. Mean was the never. He never opened his piggy bank. He was too mean to buy anything at all. What a humbug. I wonder who he was Secret Santa for. I feel sorry for them. Some presents were a perfect fit. Little Miss Bossy got a megaphone. Mr. Quiet got some earmuffs. And some presents were not at all suitable. Mr. Slow's skateboard was too fast for him. Mr. Bounce's space hopper was just too bouncy. And Little Miss Quick's fluffy slippers were too cumbersome to get anywhere quickly. Now, of course, the Secret Santas had to remain secret. However, Little Miss Sunshine had a pretty good idea who her Secret Santa was. Can you see why? Little Miss Neat could also guess her Secret Santa, and when Mr. Happy opened his present, Little Miss Shy blushed so bright red that he instantly knew she was his Secret Santa. At the end of a very busy day of unwrapping, everyone had got their present, or so Miss Sunshine had thought, but Mr. Nosy had missed out. Who was his Secret Santa? I'm sure you can guess. Who was too mean to buy anything? That's right, Mr. Mean. Poor Mr. Nosy. What to do? After all that patient waiting, Mr. Nosy deserved an extra special Secret Santa present. Then Little Miss Sunshine had an idea. She made a phone call to her friend Little Miss Christmas in the North Pole, and everything was arranged. Early the next day there was a knock at Mr. Nosy's door. When he opened the door, he found a huge Christmas parcel on his doorstep. "My Secret Santa's delivered my present," cried Mr. Nosy, and he ripped the wrapping paper off in a frenzy of excitement just to be able to open the box. "Ho, ho, ho," rumbled a jolly voice, and Father Christmas stepped out of the box. Mr. Nosy was amazed. It was a real-life Secret Santa. Father Christmas grinned and gave Mr. Nosy a very special Christmas present. an X-ray machine. I'm a combination. Little Miss Sunshine, Little Miss Bossy, and one of the others, but I've forgotten which one it was now. Is there a Little Miss Organised? I think it's just Bossy. Good night.